Welcome back to the Storey Report. My name is Tom Storey, this is Cam Wolfrey, and the time has finally come. For those of you that have watched our videos before, you know that most of the time when we're talking about these numbers, we're comparing them year over year, so over a 12-month period. Now, the first 6 months of 2017 was a period of time that we're probably never going to see again. We just saw basically the market was skyrocketing. So our last 6 videos have basically been comparing to that. But what we're hoping to see and what we think we're going to see is that the last 6 months of 2018 compared to the last 6 months of 2017 are going to look very positive for any homeowners out there.
That's right. We're definitely starting to see a clear picture about how the market has reacted since the Fair Housing Plan and since the downturn in 2017, which is an encouraging sign. And what we're starting to see, as Tom mentioned, is more stable growth, and it's shown in all factors and all indicators across the board. Now, we start off with the attached price in the 416. It's 1.35 million, which is up 3.4%, and semi-detached is at 935,000, which is actually up 7.6% year over year.
And then when you look at condominium properties, the average price was actually $583,000. Year over year, that's a price increase of almost 10%. And townhomes are sitting at $718,000 year over year. That's just about a 2% increase.
It's definitely encouraging to see the positive growth, but what has been a little bit surprising for the month of July is the number of sales. We had almost 7,000 sales last month, which is actually up 18% year over year. So you can see that the market is picked up a little bit, and it's actually a little bit stronger than 10-year averages as well.
Now, the reason why we're seeing this is because the total months of inventory in the GTA is 2.83, meaning that if no one put any more properties on the market today, it would take almost 3 months to sell everything out. And we would categorize that as a typical seller's market.
Now, as I mentioned before, we're starting to see more encouraging signs of stable growth. And when we start seeing year-over-year numbers that are close to that 10-year average of 7%, it's more manageable, and it's a better sign of stable growth as opposed to what we saw in 2017, which were 3-4% month over month, which just isn't sustainable.
Now, even though we're talking about the numbers of July, it is August right now. We're getting into the last 2 months of what you would call your typical summer. If you're a buyer, there is a little bit of an opportunity here for you in the next 2 months to get out there and get a great price on a property, because there's not a lot to choose from, but there's also not a lot of competition. And we're also, when we look at the numbers and seeing how trends are moving right now, it's an amazing time if you are a move-up buyer. If you're selling your condo, moving into a freehold property, there's such demand on the condo side, and there's more options for you buying a house right now that over time, you might look back and look at right now and say, hey, I should have done that.
Yeah, and if you're a seller, hey, you may just want to sit back for the rest of August, kick back, have a Corona, go to the cottage, and just wait for that September market, because there is going to be a flurry of activity based on what we've seen in the first half, or the first 3 quarters, I guess, of 2018.
Thank you so much for watching another episode of the Storey Report. We will talk to you soon.